In the gritty world of outlaw biker culture, where power and criminality often converge, Louis Roy emerged as an unparalleled figure. Known as the richest Hells Angel in history, his life was an intriguing blend of wealth, influence, and the shocking events that led to his mysterious disappearance. But in the end, he was found dead, without breath, and shockingly in a meat grinder. But what was the incident that led to this? We will tell you everything, so stay tuned. Brief overview of Louis Roy. Louis Roy, who was often referred to as Malou, was more than just a member of the infamous Hells Angels motorcycle club. He was a formidable force in the criminal landscape, a figure whose wealth and influence set him apart as the wealthiest Hells Angel to date. His story is a complex tapestry of crime, power, and a trail of dark secrets that would ultimately lead to his perplexing vanishing act. Early life and rise to power. Louis Roy's journey into the criminal underworld had its roots in the city of Trois-Rivières, where he was born and raised. Growing up in this gritty urban environment, Roy's early life seemed unremarkable. Little did anyone suspect that this quiet young man would go on to become a central figure in the world of outlaw biker culture. Roy's path to notoriety began when he joined the Satan's Guard, an illegal biker club with a reputation for violence and criminal activity.
Get your hands off me. That bike ain't going.
However, what set Roy apart was his ambition and determination. Over time, he rose through the ranks, eventually becoming the leader of the Trois-Rivières chapter. Under his leadership, the group pursued a ruthless agenda, eliminating all opposition to assert dominance over parts of Quebec. The turning point in Louis Roy's criminal career came in 1991 when the Satan's Guard and the notorious Hells Angels united. Roy found himself in a position of great influence within the Trois-Rivières chapter, but his connections extended far beyond that. He formed a formidable alliance with the legendary Maurice Boucher, arguably the most prominent Hells Angel in Quebec at the time. In addition, Roy solidified his position by aligning with the powerful Rizzuto family in Montreal. These connections would prove crucial in his rise to power. Louis Roy's influence extended beyond the traditional boundaries of a motorcycle club leader. His most significant achievement was the establishment of a virtual monopoly over the drug trade in Trois-Rivières. This marked him as one of the most powerful drug dealers in Quebec. His reach extended far and wide, and the cocaine trade flowed through his hands. It was this unmatched control over the drug market that set him apart as the wealthiest Hells Angel in history. The hitman and the assassinations. To maintain his grip on power, Louis Roy enlisted the services of Serge Quesnel, a hired hitman. Quesnel, fresh out of prison, was introduced to Roy through his attorney. Their agreement was simple, yet macabre. Quesnel would become a hired killer for the Hells Angels, receiving a weekly payment of $500 and commissions of at least $10,000 for each murder. The complexity of the assignment determined the size of the commission, with heavily guarded targets fetching up to $50,000 for the ruthless assassin. Serge Quesnel, acting under Louis Roy's direction, embarked on a gruesome campaign of contract killings. These killings were intended to eliminate Roy's rivals and adversaries, consolidating his dominance within the criminal underworld. The victims of these heinous crimes included individuals such as Jacques Ferland, a chemist linked to the Rock Machine, and Richard Delcourt, a member of the Pelletier family who refused to align with the Rock Machine or the Hells Angels. The chilling precision and ruthlessness of these murders sent shockwaves through the criminal fraternity. The details of these murders were nothing short of horrifying. The victims were selected based on their connections, affiliations, and perceived threats to Roy's criminal empire. Jacques Ferland, who produced PCP for the Rock Machine, met a chilling end one cold January night in 1995. Similarly, Richard Delcourt's refusal to join either of the rival biker groups led to his unfortunate demise. Even as Roy orchestrated these gruesome acts, he was not immune to the deadly violence that surrounded him. In a shocking turn of events, an assassin named Gerald Gallant targeted Roy outside his parents' resort. The attempted assassination left Roy with a bullet wound to the chest, narrowly escaping death. Gallant, who had been paid $20,000 by a Rock Machine member, fled the scene. Astonishingly, Roy refused to cooperate with the authorities, displaying a chilling defiance and a complete detachment from the law. The power struggle and the disappearance. As Louis Roy's power continued to grow, a rift began to form between him and the legendary Hells Angels leader, Maurice Boucher. The source of their conflict was the pricing of cocaine. Roy, who had established a monopoly over the drug trade in Trois-Rivières, chose to sell cocaine for less than the benchmark price of $50,000 per kilogram set by Boucher. This move infuriated Boucher and raised concerns about Roy's insubordination. The situation escalated further when Roy steadfastly refused to become a part of the secretive La Table organization. This clandestine group, comprised of influential figures like Vito Rizzuto, Boucher and others, worked together to determine drug prices and exert control over the drug trade. Roy's refusal to join this exclusive circle of power only served to increase tensions and intensify the power struggle within the Hells Angels and the criminal underworld. As the pressure mounted, Maurice Boucher and the powerful Rizzuto family felt the need to deal with their struggles. Boucher and the Rizzuto family entered into a covert agreement to eliminate Louis Roy. The motive behind this sinister alliance was clear. Roy's actions, perceived as a threat to their interests, had to be addressed. In this shadowy deal, Roy's fate was sealed, setting the stage for his eventual disappearance. The turning point in Louis Roy's life came on a fateful day in June 2000. He was seemingly unaware of the impending danger as he left for a gathering at Maurice Boucher's father's house, believing it to be a routine event. This seemingly ordinary gathering would mark the beginning of his harrowing journey into the unknown, ultimately leading to his shocking disappearance. The gruesome end. The circumstances surrounding Louis Roy's disappearance were shrouded in mystery. It was a sudden and unexplained vanishing act that left many questions unanswered. As the story unfolds, the sinister events that transpired shed light on the chilling details of his final moments. The gruesome details of Roy's end were further revealed by an informant named Danny Kane. He provided insights into the covert agreement between Boucher and the Rizzuto family. This revelation exposed the motivations behind Roy's demise and the extent to which powerful figures were willing to go to maintain their control over the criminal underworld. In the lead-up to Louis Roy's horrific end, he allegedly took a terrifying detour to a meat processing facility owned by Gerald Maddox, which had become the subject of rumors. The events that transpired in this facility would unravel a nightmarish chain of events that culminated in Roy's gruesome end. Aftermath. Following Louis Roy's shocking disappearance, the Hells Angels made a concerted effort to erase his existence within their ranks. His name mysteriously vanished from the membership rolls, leaving a glaring gap in the organization. As if he had never existed, his presence within the Hells Angels was meticulously expunged. In addition to this symbolic erasure, his personal belongings were divided among his fellow nomads, further eliminating any trace of his presence. This act served as a chilling reminder of the ruthless and unforgiving nature of the criminal underworld he was part of. In the end, we saw that tit for tat exists in real life. Though one may doubt about Roy's end as gruesome and really horrific, it's only the outcome of what he had reaped. What do you think about Roy's appearance and the way he died? If you liked the video, a like to this video and a sub to this channel would be great. Until we meet next time,